I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Hello, boxing fans. Welcome to Boxing to the World. So, the fight between Anthony Yarde and Artur Beterbiev is slated for January 28, 2023. And Artur Beterbiev seems to be inviting Anthony Yarde to be aggressive in the fight. And I don't know if he's trying to tout him to come in and do something silly so that he's going to counter that and beat him. This is a great opportunity for Anthony Yarde to prove himself for the unification belts of the WBC, WBO, and IBF light heavyweight championship of the world. Yes, Anthony Yarde, this is his second opportunity at the title. I think the first one which he had with Kovalev, which he failed to take that opportunity. I think in there, the only chance he had was in the 8th round where he brought it on Kovalev, but Kovalev was able to use his experience to sail through that round and later knock Anthony Yarde out in the 11th round. Now, what I took from that fight is that Anthony Yarde was not at his best at range. So you realize that Kovalev adopted the strategy of having to fight from the distance, right? So he wasn't close range. He was rangy in the fight from the 9th round through to the 11th round when he gave that left hook which knocked out Anthony Yarde in that fight. So Anthony Yarde coming into this fight with Beterbiev, I think he needs to get close to Beterbiev because even Beterbiev is very good at keeping the fight rangy, and Beterbiev is somebody who doesn't get tired. So the best chance that I think Anthony Yarde has in this fight is to, one, keep it very rangy, and two, bring it onto Artur Beterbiev very early on in the fight. The first 3, 4, and 5 rounds, he should be able to knock out Artur Beterbiev in that fight. Other than that, from the 6th round going, I see it going the way of Artur Beterbiev in this fight because Beterbiev is much experienced. He had a very great amateur pedigree. Even though in the pros, he became a pro very late on in his life. That doesn't mean that he's a novice to the world of boxing. Where if you look at the number of fights that they have, I think 24 for Anthony Yarde and 18 for Artur Beterbiev, and you want to judge by that, then I think you are wrong because Artur Beterbiev is somebody who had a very great amateur pedigree. He had a very, very great amateur pedigree. He was fighting in this Russian series and world championship all over. And so it was just that he entered into he decided to become professional later on in his life. That made a lot of people think that, he had only 18 fights at the pro, so he could be a walkover for Anthony Yarde. This is not a walkover fight for Anthony Yarde at all. And also, Anthony Yarde I think he has a stamina problem. If he applies pressure on his opponents, then he has to take off the next round to regain his stamina or to regain his strength in order to remain in the fight. We saw that in his fight with Kovalev, when in the 8th round, when he went all round and tried to knock out Sergey Kovalev in that round. In the 9th round, he took it off, and that's how come Kovalev was able to get to him and stop him in the later rounds. So I think it's something that he needs to work on. He should be able to sustain his pressure for at least 3 rounds continuously in order to cause any harm to Artur Beterbiev. So as I was saying, the longer this fight goes, the more it favors Beterbiev because Beterbiev has a very brilliant amateur pedigree, and if you look at him, he's a destroyer. Yes, he's a destroyer. He's somebody who never gives up. So this is how I see this fight going. The only chance that Anthony Yarde has is to knock out Artur Beterbiev in the early rounds. If he goes the later rounds, I don't see this going the way of Anthony Yarde. I see it going the way of Artur Beterbiev because this is a man who has never seen a defeat. So that sense of invisibility and confidence is there to win this fight. So I see it going the way of Artur Beterbiev. This is my views on it. My fans, what do you think about it? Do you think this fight is going the way of Artur Beterbiev or is going the way of Anthony Yarde? Let me have your views in the comment section below. And remember to share my content with your colleagues and friends. And always don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.